championship begins with one small step. It starts with the effort you bring. Whether you win or lose, what matters is that you have a common goal. And to reach that goal, it takes a united team acting as one. We come together to witness these heroes of the hardwood pour their heart and soul onto the court. This is Wendy's High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome inside McCarthy Gymnasium at Holy Redeemer High School in Wilkes-Barre, Luzerne County. Tonight, it's a Wyoming Valley Conference crossover clash between Berwick and Holy Redeemer. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Ide, and welcome to High School Hoops here on MyTV WQMY. Joining me tonight, he has more knowledge of high school basketball, probably in northeastern Pennsylvania, than I do in my pinky right here. Coach John Bucci from Backcourt Hoops. And John, let's talk about Berwick first. Big win the other night against Lake Lehman. They like to get up and down, and they like to get the ball to Damon Backcourt.
Yeah, Damon is a very good penetrator, finisher. Once he penetrates, he likes to kick the ball out for some three-point shooters.
Opposite, Holy Redeemer lost to Duncannon, but they rebounded with a big win over Nanticoke the other night. They like to run a little bit, you mentioned that, but they like to get it to their big guy in the middle, Nick Prochak.
Yeah, they like to get the ball to Prochak, but when they have the opportunity, they're going to push the ball up and down the floor. And the nice part about Prochak is he can go inside out. He is a good three-point shooter.
And 6'6", he's a pretty big guy for rebounding. We talked to both coaches. They gave us some keys to the game. So, Coach, give us the keys to the game. First for Berwick.
They want to limit post touches, Holy Redeemer. They want to keep the ball out of Prochak's hands. They also want to control the tempo with their defensive pressure by putting pressure on the ball so they can't throw the ball inside.
How about for Holy Redeemer? What do the Royals want to do?
They're being able to guard multiple sets that Berwick runs. Contain the dribble penetration of Beckhorn mostly because he does like to pitch the ball out. Being able to take care of the ball against the defense. That's the biggest thing, take care of the ball.
Where do you expect to see this game? Up in the 50s or 60s?
I think if you're Berwick, you want it higher. I think you want a little bit higher. I think if you're Redeemer, probably a little bit lower. So this way they've established an inside presence.
Well, we should have a good one here tonight. When we come back, the starting lineups and the opening tip is Berwick and Holy Redeemer next.
You're watching Wendy's High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.
And we are back at Holy Redeemer. Here are your starters for the Bulldogs, who come in 5-3 overall. It will be Norse and Evans at the forward positions. Marco, Beckhorn, and Marshman are your guards. Inside the Holy Redeemer huddle, Paul Guido's team. Here's his starting lineup. Prochak, the big guy. We talked about him early on. Tarosky, a force inside, and Cook, a very good player. We'll talk about him a little bit later. And Yencha and Judge are your starting lineup here as we get set to get this one started.
You can see the height disparity, So I think again, the key is going to be, for Berwick not letting the ball get inside. Obviously, Redeemer's going to work really hard to get to Prochak and Tarosky. Tarosky, he's a wide kid. He's about the same size as the guys from Berwick, but he's much wider than them.
You saw our referees, Mike Gamery, Howie Walker, and Kevin Keys. Here in the Wyoming Valley Conference crossover game, Holy Redeemer comes in ranked 8th in the state in AAA with a 6-2 record. Tap one, it's back to the Bulldogs. They come in averaging just about 55 points per game. Have 45 threes on the season.
They have everybody moving on the perimeter. They're constantly cutting and moving. They run some rub screens, get guys open. Backcourt, every time he catches, it gets low, gets triple threat. If you're a young player watching, that's a good thing.
Good defense on the inside. Prochak with the first rebound. Give it over to Judge. He'll run the show from the point guard. This is the Royals. They average 51 points per game. They have 37 threes on the season.
They're going to front the post and count on help from the weak side. You may have to look at some skips or a little high-low action if you're a Redeemer.
Man-to-man defense, both teams early on. Big rebound with the Tarosky. Lays it up there. First 2 points.
Judge denies the screen and goes to the basket, and they get an offensive rebound with the rotations.
The Royals on defense this season, giving up 47 points per game. In fact, they held Nanticoke the other night, Coach, as you know, to just 27 points.
Right. They're a very good defensive team, but again, the lack of size could hurt them tonight.
That was Evans from the outside. This is Colin Cook bringing it up.
The nice thing about Redeemer is multiple guys get rebounds, they can bring the ball up.
Cook feeling it in his home court. Downtown, an early timeout called. 30 seconds from Coach Klingery. We'll stay right here.
Yeah, if you're Coach Kingery, you can't be happy. Your one part of your game plan is to pressure the ball, and you're giving the guy wide. You're leaving the guy wide open for a three-point shot.
Coach, take a look again.
The trail, there he is, and there's no one within 6 feet of him, and he gets a wide open three. But again, the key is Joey Judge ran the point the first time down. Colin Cook gets the rebound, and he's able to bring the ball down the floor. So that causes mismatches. Guys don't have to match to the ball. So as he gave the ball up, what happened? Guys are trying to find back to their original guy, and they give the ball right back to him, and he's wide open. So they are a matchup problem, Redeemer, because they have so many people who can handle the ball. And, you know, and that's the nice part if you're a coach. The more point people that can handle the ball for you, the better off you are.
You saw Coach Kingery, his 6th season, kind of put Berwick basketball on the map.
It's a hard fight down there.
Yeah, it is. Doing a nice job, though. They went back a couple years ago. They made it to all the way to the finals of District 2, AAA. Yep. I think they lost to Andrew Kettle's Scranton Prep team in that.
Yeah, Alec Markle just made a jump shot there for Berwick off a little screen roll action.
Three-point advantage for the Royals.
They're fronting the post and just dropping in from behind. Everything's a screen roll. Yep, good defense.
Evans, the junior, gets a hand on it, 6'3".
The action Redeemer is running is a screen roll with a throwback to the guard on the post up. And Berwick's just sitting somebody in the post. You may have to skip.
Cook gets it out to Tarosky, move it over to Prochak.
Little flex action now, cross screens, down screens. Nice box out.
With the shot. This is Beckhorn bringing up the left-hand side.
Very disciplined. They look to run. If they have nothing, they're going to set it up. 5 guys out on the perimeter, a lot of passing and cutting. They always cut the point guard through the middle. Dribble handoffs, run a lot of different stuff. And they screen really well.
Marshman downtown.
I think they gave him a 2.
2 points?
Yep, gave him a 2.
Still now a 1-point lead for the Royals. 4 in a row now for Berwick.
That early timeout worked for Berwick. Marshman and Markle are their shooters. They each have 16 three-pointers on the year for Berwick. Very patient. I think this plays into the hands of Berwick.
Foul on the outside. That was Colin Cook. They're going to give him 3?
Not 2.
Just a 2. He's inside.
Yeah. It was a challenge, and he got him on the elbow a little bit. So I think when you close out on Redeemer, I don't think they're particularly great outside shooters. I think you just got to close and not get so close.
Cook, an 85% free throw shooter tonight, hits his first one.
That's the problem. He's shooting a jump shot off balance, and now you put him on a foul line, and he's an 85% foul shooter.
Started out the season with 20 points against Hunter College. That was their first game of the year. Then had 19 against GAR this year. So from the Toyota free throw line, Cook hits 2.
They go right in the secondary, which is a ball screen, the wing of the ball screen.
Back of the rim from Beckhorn. Royals will push it a little bit. Have a foul on the floor.
Called a carry.
A carry, actually.
Coach Kingery does such a great job. His emotion, his passion for the game is second to none of anybody in the area. Nice little flare screen, good block by Colin Cook. Anybody from Mid-Valley's watching, you've seen that block before.
To the big guy, Prochak.
Yep.
There's a foul.
Yeah, the help was there too late.
See if we get a timeout.
I think Prochak's at the line now,
Yep.
Bob.
70% from the line. And we'll take our immediate timeout and get the one free throw in. When we come back, 3:52 left in the first, 3-point lead for the Royals. The Red Sea is here, and including, it looks like Moses in the front row.
Be the White Sea?
Yeah, then they call themselves the Red Sea, though, on Twitter.
Okay, all right.
That's where I'm going with.
I got to catch on the Twitter. I don't
Yeah,
know what that is.
I know, but what have you seen so far, Coach?
I've seen both teams trying to control tempo, and then both teams are kind of going with what they want. You know, again, Redeemer's making a conscious effort to get the ball inside.
Prochak second after the timeout, can't hit it.
Yeah, he missed two big ones.
Two big ones. So still a 3-point lead.
That's a tough take, but I like it. He's the one guy who in this gym who can do that, take that to the basket. Damon Beckhorn.
He's going to be called in the backcourt, a foul going against Judge.
A little nickel dimer in the backcourt. I think you got to let them play through that. They're high school athletes, from what I understand.
13th foul on the Bulldogs. No foul so far for the Redeemer. So some pressure, and Royals break it, get it to their big guy.
Oh, that's a nice move.
Prochak with the good footwork can't get it to go.
I mean, when you're that big, I don't know if you need that spin. I think you just attack and go at him. I love the way Berwick spaces the floor. They really have great spacing, a lot of cutting. They know they're not big, so they move the ball. They run a lot of different screen angles.
As the Bulldogs work this around, get a shot from Marshman off the mark.
Yeah, I don't think he can go under those screens. He's too good of a shooter. I think if you go under all night, he's going to make you pay for that.
We're joined at the table now by Andrew Kettle from Coaches versus Cancer. As Prochak gets a big board.
Yeah, that's the game. Put him on the weak side. You're going to shoot long, put him on the weak side and let him rebound the ball. You got to put two people on him to box him out.
Coach has a break from Scranton Prep tonight. Thanks for joining us, Andrew.
Thanks for having me.
Inside the fight. Oh, goes right back to the doors.
Boy.
Hoop in the harm. He's going to go to the free throw line to complete the 3-point play.
Bad break for Redeemer. Two guys on the same team fighting for the ball, and the kicks out to Joe Norse, and he ends up with a little layup. Here it is. Both people fighting, and he ends up right there. Johnny on the spot, or Joey on the spot.
We have a sub coming in.
Inadvertent
Live
horn.
ball.
Nope. Play on. Royals still lead by 3 here in the first quarter.
Nice move. Good step through.
Goes out of bounds off Judge. Now we'll get a sub. So Andrew Kettle again joining us at the table from Coaches versus Cancer. And that will start, January 22nd? Suits and Sneakers?
Kenneth Marshman got hurt. That's why they took him out.
Okay.
Looks like he's a little bit. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just want to let the people know
Yeah, Coaches vs. Cancer Suits and Sneakers Week. We're a couple weeks out. Starts on Monday the 22nd, and looking forward to our 10th year already.
That's unbelievable. Every year we ask you, have you thought to get this far this year? Now you're a decade old. Foul on the floor. So you're a decade old. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah, it's amazing how time flies.
If you're Redeemer, you got to be really questioning the rebounding at this point. This is the third offensive rebound already for Berwick, and they're a much bigger team.
Judge first foul on the Royals. I should say second on the Royals.
Comes down to an effort thing, I think, Coach.
Yeah.
Looks like Berwick's just
Well,
relentlessly going to the glass.
and they're all guards, so they kind of slip through spots. You actually, I think most people are used to turning and looking at the ball in the air. I think you got to turn and find a guy and box out and against smaller teams. Good block.
Blocked by Prochak on Beckhorn. Here come the Royals. Judge right at
Got
him.
to give that up.
Norris.
Prochak running the lane hard, give him the ball, reward the big man.
Norris gets a hand on it. So Beckhorn will set it up. Down by 3 are the Bulldogs. Of course, these two teams met last year, January 12th, their only meeting. And Berwick won it by 5, 55-50. Norris shot no good.
Nice rebound. Good defense by Prochak, actually stepping out and guarding the guy. Oh, he got caught behind. Oh, couldn't handle it.
Trying to feed it underneath.
I think they got to look at going a little high-low at some point. They're going to continue to front the post. I think a high-low might be. Berwick just got smaller, if that's possible.
Andrew, so that's Suits and Sneakers Week coming up starting on the 22nd. That's when the coaches will wear sneakers to the game, and a lot of the schools get involved by selling T-shirts. And what other activities do they do at the school level?
Well, all the schools have unique ideas and unique things to raise money for this cause. Selling T-shirts is just one of them. Some of them schools have dances. Some of the schools have different fundraisers. So,
going to go against Berwick, offensive
Yeah,
foul.
moving screen action. Coach Kingery not happy with his player on that, more so than the call. I like the one thing, the three-point shot this year.
yeah, that's a national.
I like that one. Yeah,
that's
I
a
like
national
that.
campaign that the American Cancer Society is doing. It's a 3-point challenge. You can sign your team up and sponsor the players for every 3-pointer that they make throughout the month of January. So it's something neat that you can challenge schools throughout the country.
Right, I like that one. Whoever thought that up deserves a raise. So that's a good one, Coach.
It is a good one.
Did you think it up?
I didn't.
All right.
Can't take credit for that.
All right. Well, no one else will know if you do.
I don't want my guys shooting that many threes.
So do you play for the last second shot now in the first?
Yeah, I
Coach?
think if you're Berwick, you do.
Trailing by 3. The Bulldogs, low
I
scoring.
think you're kind of happy where you are right now.
Look who Prochak's guarded.
Well, there's no one to guard.
Pull him out.
But the question is, can that guy make a play? Oh, they're doing it, Coach. Good call. Good thing you're here. That's why you're still coaching and I'm not. I liked, nice screen, right into the screen. I liked it. Just can't finish.
Marco with the shot. Cook half court, and the corner up and no good. So we have 1 quarter in the book in this Wyoming Valley Conference crossover game, and the Royals still lead by 3, 9-6.
You're watching Wendy's High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.
And Coach, our marquee matchup we're watching on the floor tonight, Joey Judge and Damon Beckhorn.
Yeah, both leaders of the team, both running the show. Beckhorn's going to be more of a penetrator. Joey likes to penetrate but use pull-up jumpers. Beckhorn's going to try to get to the front of the rim.
So far, it's been a pretty good matchup. Beckhorn got fouled him on the backcourt.
Right. He's had some shots he's missed. I think Berwick's pretty happy where they are. It's 9-6, but they've missed some shots that they probably normally make.
I would agree.
Judge not on the floor right now as Beckhorn will pick up Yencha.
Little double high screen action where they bring Prochak out to the three-point line and post up Chorosky. I like that set a lot.
Yeah, try to take the help away there.
Right. Just a little miscommunication on the post entry.
Off the screen, Marco. No good. Throw check at 6'6", tallest guy on the court and biggest.
Berwick's getting some really good looks.
Yep. Oh, nice defense.
Marco with the strip.
Beckhorn's got to take this now. He's going to dish it.
Off the Marshman. Royals get back
You
on
know what
defense.
I think that's hurt Berwick? The extra pass has not been a good pass at times. They've lost wide open shots.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an offensive.
Inch up.
There,
And Sweeney
reward
to
the big man for running.
Prochak lays it up and in.
That's the first time they've done it, and he's ran out 3 times.
He's got 4 points for the big guy. 5-point lead now for Hoyle Redeemer.
This is a big time. They need a bucket right now. Beckhorn needs to get on the board for them.
I don't think they've scored in
No, they
almost
haven't.
5 minutes.
You know, and I think Beckhorn, as the leader of this team, maybe has to take even a bad shot here to just get a shot up. Good hustle, good defense. They really front the post well. They get around guys. Joe Norris does a nice job. He's really undersized. He's 4 inches shorter, not as wide, but he does a really good job inside. He gets good position.
Sean Wills into the game, number 34. And Sweeney for Holy Redeemer.
With the size difference, I think Berwick could try and maybe get something in transition just to get them going.
Yeah. You need to get a steal.
Yep.
But every time Beckhorn puts him on the floor, he's looking at 3 or 4 guys are in the lane guarding him. There's the take.
A whistle. They're going to get a foul. We'll go to the
line.
line.
We got a foul number 12. Should be
Look at it again.
Yep, there's the foul. Pretty good block by Prochak. They came in and really actually both guys blocked the ball. They got him with the body. This is big. Buckhorn needs to get a basket here. Beckhorn needs to get a basket here. Get a foul shot, kind of get in a rhythm a little bit. He's got a nice stroke.
Yeah,
he's a good player.
For percentage-wise, he doesn't shoot that well, though. Just 58%. Makes that first one.
He's more of a pull-up driver guy. But when they're stacking the lane and he's going to become a pitch guy, guys have to make outside shots when he gives the ball.
Got to be ready to shoot.
Right.
Yep.
I think that's the key. See where his hand flipped to the side there, ended up short. He's got to stop reaching. He's got to
be careful there.
Out to L. Wills down the lane. Can't get the roll.
That's a nice job by Prochak.
Hoop in the arm. To the line he goes. Says, you can't stop me tonight.
They got a foul on that.
He's tough to keep off the glass.
Yep. Especially when he's coming from the outside.
Right.
There it is again, Coach. Look at.
Yes, he came from about 10 feet away to rebound that.
You know, one of the biggest things and the hardest things when you're teaching rebounding and the kids are trying to do it is what you mentioned earlier, coaches. Going to meet the guy instead of going to the backboard and going to the ball.
Well, everything looks at the ball and goes to the rim, and that's not where you want to go.
Right. At least armbar the guy.
Right. Just slow him down.
Yep.
Berwick's so fundamentally sound. They catch, they square every time.
There you go.
They swing the ball side to side. Got a nice little triangle offense in the middle.
Evans tries to drive it.
Oh, good drive, couldn't finish.
Wills
Nice
again.
pass.
Yeah.
Find the big guy.
Coach Kingery, you may want to look at another timeout.
Keep feeding the big guy. He has 8 right now. Does Prochak.
There's no reason to go anywhere else. He's the biggest guy on the floor. Just keep going until they stop him.
Biggest lead of the night for the Royals.
See how that next pass is always not right where it should be? They do a good job of moving the ball, but that next pass has to be on the hands of a shooter so he can shoot.
Again, Holy Redeemer held
He's got to
Nanticoke
kick that right
the other night down.
Oh, how does that happen? That's
right in the hands of Evans.
Evans takes the shot and gets his ball back, get the ball back.
Or was that Noor? Denver Noor,
Oh,
number 25. And Sweeney up top, trying to get a screen.
Oh, they had him. They missed him.
Ken Ribbler, a senior, 6'2", number 31, trying to be very physical with Prochak.
They're letting them.
It's working, yep.
Well, that's what Coach Kingery told me before the game. He's going to bring him in because he will be physical. Football player.
That's a charge.
That's a good play by him.
And yep, the senior takes the charge.
Got to be under control, especially when you have a good post player. There's no need to over-penetrate. because he actually took him out of the post with the over-penetration, and you don't want that. You want Prochak to be in the post. So when you penetrate too far, you take him out of position. I think they got to get Beckhorn on a driver. They got to get some kind of dribble handoff, some kind of curl, where he comes off a curl so he can get into the lane.
L had the foul. That was his second.
Maybe Prochak's guy setting the ball screen.
Right, yeah,
Get him away from the rim.
Put him in the ball screen. There it is, a too high screen. So he's setting every guy up, but they're just not making shots.
Prochak running the floor.
Oh, nice hands.
Stripped away. Here come the Bulldogs.
The question, can Prochak play for 32 minutes like this? That's a key question.
I don't think he's sat yet.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, and he runs the floor hard every time.
Yeah.
That's how many big guys run the floor like he does?
Not many.
And so that's the question you have. Little triangle up top, and they're trying to run some clock here, and then they go into their offense.
Oh. Nice take.
Nice
hop.
take.
Not good shot by Markle. Leading scorer coming in, averaging 15 points.
If you're Coach Kinger, you got to be thrilled where this is at.
Yeah. For all the misses you've had.
He wanted a walk, didn't get it. Good box out by Norse.
Hit the trailer. Hit the trailer.
Beckhorn downtown. Got it.
There it is, right? Hit the trailer.
He was ready to shoot. That's the difference. His teammates weren't earlier. He's ready to shoot.
Bulldogs within one.
Don't reach.
Yeah, you got to get him through the first half here with one foul. Good close. A much better close at that time.
7-0 run by Berwick. And there's a whistle underneath.
Get it on.
2:23. We have ourselves a game. Berwick back in this one. Hey, we get a timeout on the floor. 15-14. Holy Redeemer. So Andrew Kettle, decade for Coaches versus Cancer, the big celebration event following Suits and Sneakers. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, it's our hoopla party. And we are sponsored. The hoopla party this year is sponsored by the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. Our friends with the Rail Riders joined our team this year, and they're hosting the event as well at PNC Field. Inside at PNC Field, we're going to have some great silent auction. We have a local live band. We're really excited about this. It's a great way to celebrate a week of cancer awareness and raising funds.
And then the gala, the big thing, Jim Boeheim going to speak from Syracuse.
Yeah, I mean, what an opportunity for us to bring in a guy who has so many local ties to our area and a Hall of Famer in Coach Boeheim. And the biggest night for us with Coaches versus Cancer of the Year.
So Royals ball underneath. Some conversations between the referee and Coach Guido. Probably talking about the way they're playing Prochak underneath.
Yeah, Prochak is actually on the bench now.
Yep.
So he's getting a break before halftime and halftime. Nice little drive, baseline drive and a dish. Somebody lost somebody there.
Cook has.
It'll be interesting to see, Coach, what Berwick does offensively now with Prochak out of the game.
I think they're going to continue to drive the ball. It's just going to be easier to get in there.
Sure.
So Beckhorn's going to be more aggressive on that drive. He had an angle to go. He's got to take that.
He's going to stop and pop. No good. Back of the rim.
Yeah, the big guy's out of the game. At this point, you've attacked the first, 11 minutes. Why stop attacking now?
Why stop now?
Yep.
And Berwick is not going to change their philosophy. They're going to front, but there's no weak side help.
Prochak's not in, but Tarosky takes over. He lays it up.
2 good possessions by Redeemer coming out of the timeout.
Tarosky with 4 points. It's back up to a 5-point lead now for the Royals. They've scored 4 in a row. Coming up at the half, we'll meet a couple girls, one from Berwick and one from Holy Redeemer, who play on the King's College women's basketball team. So that's coming up at halftime here on my TV. Marshman.
Yep, there's that little drive and little kick. he may not score all the points, but he sets up every point, Damon Beckhorn.
He sure
sets
does.
everything up for them.
Marshman's 17th three on the season. We're under a minute to play.
It's like they're switching the guard to guard. There's still, again, no help defense, no backside help. If you're going to front, someone's got to be back there.
4 points in a row for Tarosky with Prochak on the bench.
I think they're going for one here, unless they get a really good shot early. But I think they're going to settle for one. No, he's going. There's the kick.
Nice extra.
Nice, good action.
Marshman,
Good action.
good rebound. Plenty of time for the Royals.
Guard's got to come get her. They're going to let him run it.
Judge trying to get a screen. Instead, it's an outside shot. Tipped and up and no good. So Berwick makes a late run, and they're back in this one, trailing by 4. So at halftime, it's Holy Redeemer 21, Berwick 17. When John and I return, we'll have some halftime highlights to get you ready for the third quarter.
When a new coaching staff took over the women's basketball program at King's College 2 years ago, one of the first recruiting stops was in the Wyoming Valley Conference.
I think it's very important, especially if you're trying to build a fan base, you're trying to get people excited about your team, especially since there's some good, talented players.
In all, 6 ballers with ties to the Lackawanna and Wyoming Valley conferences are on the Monarchs roster.
It's actually really awesome because, like, you know, you played them all throughout high school, and sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, like, and then you come in here, like Olivia, she went to Valley West, that was like our biggest rival, and then coming in and playing with her is like really funny, but it's so awesome because, like, you know how they play and we just fit really well together. It was weird at first, but then when you're able to see that you can mesh with these people and when you develop chemistry with them, it's just such an experience because you, like, in high school you just play against them and then you come and you play with them.
Just coming from the Wyoming Valley Conference and seeing everyone and, you know, beating up on each other all those years and finally just being teammates, to have each other on each other's side, it's nice to just go up against other people.
You'll get a couple of them where they completely hated each other in high school, but then they get here and they're just, oh, well, you're not so much different from me, and I recognize that name. They hated them because they were good, or they had those battles against each other in high school where they're just being really competitive. I mean, Becca and Mackenzie Uri used to go back and forth for just different league titles and scoring and free throws and all that kind of stuff, but they're also very similar personality. They grew up, like you said, similar type families, hardworking families that really just put together just solid human beings.
However it's worked, Kings is playing some of its best basketball in years.
I think the best part of playing on this year's team is having Mackenzie Uri run the show, completely control the game, take over. And our transfer in Lindsay Dupree, she's been able to contribute a lot. And then having Olivia and Alexis, and then Kayla Dillinger, Rachel DeTore, they've been able to help this team a lot too.
With all of us, all the locals and the whole team overall, I think this year we're able to run the ball. We're able to move in transition, which is really going to help us open up offense and defense, getting back on defense, which is really nice.
Last week, Kings surpassed their win total from a year ago when they beat Delaware Valley. With the local talent playing at a high level, the expectations for the Monarchs this season are high.
Definitely making playoffs. That's like our #1 goal right now. I mean, obviously, like, our top goal is, like, you know, winning the MAC, but right now it's just like baby steps. Got to do it. Get to the playoffs first.
So we need to get in the playoffs with this group. Olivia Hoffman deserves to be in playoffs.
Bob Ide, Fox 56 Sports.
And we are back at McCarthy Gymnasium here at Holy Redeemer High School in Wilkes-Barre. The Royals lead the Bulldogs 21-17. Bob Ide and John Bucci, we are courtside. And Coach, what impressions of the first half?
Tempo-wise, I think Berwick's right where they want to be. I think they've kept the game close enough that they've missed some shots. If you're a Redeemer, you obviously like what happened. Prochak and Tarosky have scored most of their points. So again, I think both teams are kind of happy where they're at right now.
I have just three players scored all the points for Holy Redeemer. They spread it a little bit around for Berwick.
Yeah, I think Berwick, again, I know they're down, but, you know, they got good shots. They just didn't make them. So I think, you know, again, you got to be happy. He's not thrilled with their defense. I know that. But offensively, he's got to be happy. They just got to make some shots.
Let's take a look at some highlights.
from the first half. First for Redeemer. Cook made a couple.
Yeah, Colin Cook with a long jump shot.
Cook has 7. And then on the opposite side, Marshman, he can hit it from the outside. He does have 1 3. He's got 5 points. But really the story is be able to stop that big guy in the middle.
Right. I think you got to sit on Prochak's right hand. He's going to finish with his right hand all the time. You got to sit on that right hand and make him go left. There it is again. So we've seen 3 highlights of him, and they've all been to his right hand.
He has 8 points, but a little bit of a run at the end by Berwick.
Yep. Now that's the one that hurts you right there. A guy who is not a big guy getting a putback, which should never happen. Nice move here by Alec Markle. So he's had a nice first half. And there's the drive and pitch to Beckman. And I think he's the only guy that's made a shot on a drive. I think Marshman made a shot on a drive and pitch. Yeah. Other than that, that's really been it.
Okay, we'll take a timeout.
Backside help there, nothing there.
We'll take a timeout, Coach. We come back. It's the third quarter here on MyTV. Royals up by 4.
You're watching Wendy's High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.
We are back and we're set to go here. Royals will have the ball. Going on the screen is Coach Guido. His team up by 4. What kind of changes do you make at the half?
I don't do any change. You know what I do? I change making shots. That's what I change. Keep it simple. There's that weak side help there. Called an illegal play. I'm not sure why.
Did he catch the ball?
But it hit the backboard, didn't it?
I don't think it.
Ball hit the back.
I'm not sure. I don't get a highlight.
I missed that one.
Hit the backboard.
I never saw that before.
No.
But he's a gentleman.
He is.
He saw something.
They give you no. Oh, there it is. Nice little flare cut. Good box out.
Good box out by Yencha.
I like the flare screen action Berwick just ran.
I think they need to run it for a more consistent outside shooter.
Again, Andrew Kettle joining us from Coaches versus Cancer. That's the voice you hear.
Nice drive by Judge. Took one off the face. Good foul. Make him earn it.
Here we're looking at it again.
Yeah, right there. Good drive. Comes across and gets him. And that's the one thing. Both teams pretty much went through the first half without any foul trouble. So all drives need to be contested in the second half.
Sure.
And I think that's one of the things that has not happened in high school games around here. As understanding the game, understanding foul situation, and again, contesting all drives when there's no foul trouble.
Judge takes the second. That's his first points of the game.
It gives you the opportunity to play a little bit more aggressive.
Right.
In the second half.
Yep.
I agree.
Oh, he's got to pull the trigger on that.
Marco, hot hand.
Good.
He's a nice shot.
Marco had 19 points against Shamokin this year. 18 against Lake Lehman the other night.
He's got nice size to him, long arms. He's only a junior. Nice player. Prochak out away from the basket. They basically made a decision, but Tarosky inside by himself.
Well, that's one thing, Coach, you see against with Berwick. They're kind of building themselves into a program where they have younger kids coming up who are playing very well.
Nice
Use the bank.
He's feeling it.
Yep. So do you come back down for a third time too? So I think if you're Redeemer's got to get there. Here comes that high screen. They're going to end up in a pop and a guy inside.
He can shoot that.
Yep, there it is. Nice play. Good box. Oh, got it. Got it.
Go over the back.
Got it late.
Yencha with the foul. So Berwick trying to get their first lead of the night.
That's kind of a bread and butter for Berwick. The two big screen up top. Prochak pops and Tarosky goes into the lane, and they're looking to get that shot for Prochak, and he can make that shot. Yep. You come back to Markley, just made 2 in a row. You come back to him again. Cook has picked up that assignment now.
Yep.
He's playing a little bit harder.
Good move by Beckhorn.
Nice.
Got caught.
Marshman's really struggling tonight. He's a much better player. It's not an indication of what kind of player he is.
Out to Colin Cook, the junior. foul before he got to the baseline.
Yeah.
So ball underneath.
Yeah, Joe Norris gets it. But I don't know if you need to play him that far out. He got him like 16 feet away from the basket. I think at that point you let him go, get behind him.
Norris, the only one really in foul trouble tonight. He has 3.
Yeah, but that's a big one because he's really been the only guy who's been able to handle Prochek.
Connor Hansen in, number 20, a 6'2 senior in blue. Judge cut off. Back out to Cook.
They got Prochek out in the
I was
corner.
just going to say, Prochek's on.
They made a decision Tarosky's going to be the post guy tonight.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to get him the ball. It's 4 out, 1 in, basically.
It's interesting.
Here come Berwick. He'll set it up out to Marco. That corner will get the play from Coach Kingery.
Let me tell you what, Berwick runs the same stuff, but they get into it about 5 or 6 different ways.
Yep.
It finishes the
A
same way.
lot of the same action.
Yep.
Back corner, another one.
Yeah, I would wish Beckhorn would get that hand going straight. It always falls off to the right side, and the shot always goes right. I wish he'd get that discipline to just go straight through.
Nice play.
Yeah, they got to run this now. They're going to have numbers.
Trying to get the lead. Should have passed it. Evans no good. We'll stay on.
Give it or go strong. Give it or go strong.
Evans had a couple next to him. Here we look at it again, Coach.
Yeah, he's got to make a decision to give it here or go strong at him. If you don't really know, go inside hander. He could have went to his left hand and just finished that.
That's what Coach Kingery's thinking.
Yep.
That corner also seems like he wants to take the outside shot tonight, where he's more aggressive in that first quarter.
Right.
I'd like to see him take it to the hole a little bit more.
Well, again, when he drives, he really becomes a pitch guy there. There's that flare screen again.
2-3 zone here for Redeemer.
Yeah, I love Beckhorn's game. I love the way he gets into the lane and drives and pitches. He'd be really good if he ever had a drop-dead outside shooter.
There we go.
There it is.
Feeds it.
Oh, that's a foul.
Yep, they got it late.
Late whistle, but maybe the right call as Norris hits the ground.
As I was told by somebody once, it might be late, but is it right? Yeah, there it is. This is my first time seeing the Beckhorn kid. He's impressive.
Prochek picked up the foul, only his first. Evans goes to the line. 84% shooter on the year, makes the first.
He's impressive because he gets other guys involved. You know what I mean? He could, as athletic as he is, he could be more. He could be more selfish shooting the ball, but he really likes to pass the ball. Evans' kid he's only a junior too. Oh, everybody here's a junior.
Yeah.
Are they in your classification?
Yep.
Yeah.
We played them 2 years ago.
Well, guess what?
So
Could see them again.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
So as they talk, Berwick takes the 1-point lead, their first lead of the night, off of 2 free throws.
Nice play.
Yep. He's got to come off thinking shot quicker. I don't think he would. I think he had the shot sooner. Ended up being challenged.
At one point in that first half, Holy Redeemer led 15-7. Since then, it's been all Berwick.
Here it is. They get this, but nice ball fake.
Balanced, unbalanced,
Yeah.
took his time.
Yeah, he's a much better shooter in game action because he holds that foul through.
Timeout on the court. We'll also take a timeout ourselves. Let's see, it's a full timeout. Yep. 3-point lead now for the Bulldogs. They've surged ahead here at Holy Redeemer. Holy Redeemer took the timeout. Paul Guido talking it over with his team. Let's take a look at what Berwick has done so far. First they beat Sealands Grove and then a couple of losses. But I think the big win in there is Blue Mountain. They came up into Berwick. Blue Mountain with some big guys in the middle. And in fact, they beat Pottsville the other night with a very good team.
Yep.
Seminary, though, you really like them.
I like Seminary a lot. I think they have a lot of good pieces. As long as they keep playing together and realize that the upperclassmen are the key to that group. You know, Callahan coming back as all-league player of the conference, and Dimitri Gonal, they're going to do all right for themselves.
They are in the Holy Redeemer Division III. With them is Seminary. So now Royals trailing for the first night. They'll have a foul on the floor against the Bulldogs.
Must have ended up at an angle on the side of him.
It's a tough call.
Yeah, it
No
is.
advantage gained.
No.
They've been letting them bang all game long. And
Right, for the stuff that's going on inside that they're not calling, they call that.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, they
They're
really,
banging in the middle.
Again, if they
They're
made
banging.
that decision. Tarowski's just the guy playing inside. Nice take.
Judge, no whistle.
Is that not a block?
It was Berwick against Prochak, and he makes the
pull
block.
up at 12 feet. If you're going to go that, you got to. If he's there, if you're not going to give it up, you got to pull up at 12 feet against him.
Now we got some up and down action. The Cook double teamed.
Nice defense.
Forces it
Good
through.
finish. He's so athletic. He elevates so well on his shot.
9 for Colin Cook. Royals within 1. Looks like Holy Redeemer back into the man-to-man.
it's a stagger away.
Yep.
That they got Beckham
But
on
they
before.
run it, but they run it out of different sets, out
Right.
of different actions.
That corner. Trying
That's
to
a
hit
long
another.
two,
He's got
though.
it.
It's a long two. If you're going to shoot that far out.
Yep. Coach Kingery wants to call a timeout. We'll stay here. He liked something.
No, he didn't. The one guy didn't know what he was doing, so.
I think he might be hurt.
I think he might be hurt. So that's a great elevation on him, on Cook going up over the top. Beckhorn with a good finish. Again, he's got to know where he is, though. That's a long 2. You got to get 3 for that.
Here's what Holy Redeemer has done so far. Big win over Holy Cross and a couple in there. Tunkhannock, surprised. I was at that game. They did not play well in that game, but Tunkhannock's tough.
Yeah, Tunkhannock right now is the question team. You know, they beat Redeemer, but then they go and lose to Seminary. You know, so, and I mean, they lost pretty bad to Seminary. It had to be a 8, 15, 20-point game. So it's the question mark team. We're going to extend the defense now. Berwick's going to extend the defense up.
Full court pressure now being put on from the Bulldogs. They're up by 3 here late in the third quarter.
If I'm Redeemer, I'm going back to Prochak.
Well, that's it. Let's see if they change their
Let's
see if they change their offense, put them back in the post. They really made the decision not to.
Yeah.
Cook down the lane. Floater no good, but he gets his own rebound.
See, there's no reason to go floater there. There's nobody in front of him. Just go to the basket and finish over the top. Can't be happy there. No box out by Berwick. If you're a young player watching, watch how hard the Berwick kids cut once they initiate there. Right now they're going to initiate their offense. See how hard they cut. They cut from spot to spot. Nobody's standing. They do a really nice job. A little triangle up top.
Norris back into the game with those 3 fouls. Number 33.
Oh, he's got to drill that.
No kick. Cook on the ground.
Oh,
He tied up. They're going to call a foul. No jump ball, but a foul. Coach Kingery can't believe it. And he is a fiery coach.
You know, as a coach, a play like that drives you crazy because what people don't understand is how hard it is to get kids to go after loose balls
Right.
and to go play hard for 32 minutes.
Right.
And no advantage was gained there. Just
Right.
call the jump ball. Just call
See
the
who
jump
has
ball.
it. Yeah, that's all.
Andrew Kettle joining us for Coaches versus Cancer.
Nice rebound. This kid's good.
And they're letting him play.
Yeah, but no, then they don't let him play. That's the problem.
Just get consistent.
Yeah.
That's a tough shot.
Well, Marco.
Yeah, little push off to create space, and then he elevates and shoots it. And
He
he was
has-
able to keep his balance.
He
Yeah,
has
that was nice.
6 in the quarter, guys.
Yeah, he's
I'm
good.
impressed.
He's got good size.
Prochak is in the short corner.
Yep. Cook is
Cook,
just dominating
couple
the
of-
game by being athletic. That's all it is. He's been driving, offensive rebounding. He's kind of, taking Redeemer and
Cook
put him on his
also-
back.
Cook also with 6 in the quarter. 1 point game.
We're going to see a double
Stagger
screen. We're
away,
going to see a
yep.
staggered double for Marco. Good call. He's going to get it on
Oh,
the
bad
flare.
pass.
Better pass.
Short.
Marco
Sure.
down. Down.
Tired.
No shot. And that will do it. So Berwick, who led at the half, continues to lead as we head to the 4th. We have a close one here in Wilkes-Barre. Checking out the Division II standings in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Wyoming area playing unbelievable. We'll talk about them. But Myers not having a typical Myers year.
Yeah, Myers had a transfer. Gabe Springer left to go to Paw Pack. Not sold on Wyoming area yet. Their exhibition schedule was okay. I'm waiting to see how when they get the Nanticokes, the Tunkhannock, the Berwicks, how they play and do.
That'll be a tough division, though, the whole year. So we are back here at Holy Redeemer. The Bulldogs up by 1 over the Royals after trailing in the first half by as many as 8.
Joe Norse is back in. He's got to stay out of foul trouble. He's got to play the whole 8 minutes here for them. Oh, nice pull up. Friendly rim. That's twice they got friendly action down on that basket.
That's Evans. He has 4. Bye-bye, John Bucci and Andrew Kettle from Coaches vs. Cancer enjoying a very good crossover game here in the Wyoming Valley Conference.
Little zone action on the back.
No, it's man.
Right, but just a little zone action on the back with the help.
Yeah, with the help. Oh, nice move by Judge. He got him going backwards.
Judge's first field goal of the game.
They're gonna try to get
Stagger
this
away.
Yep, they're gonna get this staggered away again. Oh, oh, nice.
Oh, you had him.
Yep. Tough pass.
Yeah. But see, they played the staggered double a couple times. He denied the screens. Here, oh, there's the pull-up. Nice play.
So the Royals now, who trail now in this half, trying to take back the lead at home and pick up win number 7 on the year. Cook, got it.
Got to get a timeout because
A 3.
That's too easy. That was a 1 dribble drive and pitch for a shot.
He has 7 in the half. Does Colin Cook, and 2-point lead now. Beckhorn trying to get a screen.
Oh, that's a foul.
Now pushed a little bit.
Yep.
Holy Redeemer.
Nice
Forces
pass.
it, and they get it. Cook
Nice
again.
pass. Here comes.
Timeout on the floor, called by Berwick. 30 seconds. Coach Kingery giving it to the refs. Here you go. Here's the fast break.
Nice pass. Good catch. Good finish. You got to get back.
So that's 7-0 run now for Holy Redeemer.
That all came out of the halftime. It was 31-28, and Colin Cook with 5 of them, and Joey Judge with 2.
And here's you talk about Seminary Redeemer. It's probably those two are going to come down for that division.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt. And you know, they're going to meet. They're going to play, and it's going to be an interesting matchup because you look at they're kind of a lot alike. With Seminary has Dimitri Gonal inside, and obviously Prochak. If Nick Gantner can get back and be healthy, I know right now he's on concussion protocol, so he can match up with Tarosky. You got the Callahan, Jeremy Callahan will match up with any like Callahan, Maddock, and Jake. I think they're starting Jake Koritz. Okay. I'm not sure, but their 3 guards will match up. So right. I think it's a very interesting game. I think it's going to be one of those games that's going to be decided by tempo. Who gets the tempo they want to play?
Sure.
So,
what's impressed me here in this 4th quarter is the fact that the guards for Redeemer are able to do what they're doing without Prochak being involved as much.
Right. Well, Colin, the Cook kid is a tremendous athlete, and he's in great shape. He can play forever.
But they're a tough team to guard if their guards can do that,
Yeah.
and they have the size.
So the Bulldogs once had the lead, trail by 4. Here's the break. 2-on-1, Royals.
Oh, they got to run that better.
We're going to get a travel.
Yeah, good call. It's a great call.
Good call.
They yell all they want. It's a walk.
And I think your point was taken, Coach. They didn't run it right.
Right. You know, he's got to split. He's got to go to the left side.
Yeah, he ran to the corner instead of running to the rim.
Well, he was forced to the corner because the guy coming down stayed on the right side of the floor. Beckhorn has not had a touch here. I would love to see them get him involved here.
Beckhorn with 4 points here. They were all
there
there
again. such a tough pass.
It's been the Colin Cook show here in the second half. It was the Big Prochak show in the first half. Really hasn't touched the ball at all.
Yeah. Well, they made that decision by putting on Perm. Now he's the only post player in, so they're going to post him now because Jurowski's on the bench.
Watch this kid, 31 though.
Cut off.
He's going to give him the business.
Nice defense by Berwick that time. Good by Marshman coming in and helping out on that lob pass. Oh, he's wide. Oh, the help's there too late. Oh, he got there.
Oh, Evans.
Nice play.
Got a hand on it.
I thought it was too late, but he got there.
That corner
Good
in the
pull.
paint. Just didn't get to go.
Nice rebound by Judge.
And
Good foul.
picks
That's
up a
actually
foul.
a good foul. It's only his second. 15. It's a good foul. It's going to be a fast break.
So Beckhorn picks up a foul. 5 team fouls for Berwick in the half. Holy Redeemer with 2. There's Paul Guido, coached at Bishop O'Reilly for a long time.
With Mark Belinsky, who's having a great year at Dallas this year.
Is.
They have a big game this week, Friday night, tomorrow night. Them and Hazleton go after it.
They're going
timeout.
to. Holy Redeemer's going to call timeout.
30.
This is the 30, so we'll stay right here again. We're staying. So our Geisinger Cares trivia question tonight. Holy Redeemer won the District 2 title a year ago. When did they win their last one? Coach is rubbing his head, thinking.
Were they
Peter
Redeemer
Alexis
at
was
the
on
time,
the team.
or were they?
They were Redeemer because Peter
Redeemer.
Alexis was on the team.
Oh my God, have they been Redeemer that long?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say.
I got to
We,
guess.
we actually did the game.
I'm gonna say 2009.
2000.
Andrew Kettle.
2008.
Okay, the answer, boys. 2011. They beat
Yeah.
West Scranton.
Okay. Yeah.
We were real close.
Yeah.
You were a little off.
Yeah. I'm so
Was that
good.
the year
I'm
that
so good
they
at
hit the
history.
buzzer beater? Oh, that was the year before.
The year
that they-
before, I think they lost to Abington, right?
There was a year
At
that they hit a
Kings.
buzzer beater against West Scranton at the University of Scranton.
That might have been it.
Incredible shot.
That was brought to you by Geisinger Care Work. So back on the floor after the timeout, Holy Redeemer up by 4 now. Still have the media timeout coming.
Nice defense.
Try to force that.
Got to come up with that.
Oh, they missed.
Good pass in the middle. The other side.
Oh, wide open.
Back to him. Can he kind of? He can.
That's a big shot right
Ken
there. They
Marshman
needed that.
downtown.
The one thing they don't want Marshman to eat up, but he's limping. I don't know if it's me guys or is Marshman limping a little bit. Looks like he's injured. You don't want him to heat up.
Cook is heating
there
up.
It is. Again, they run that set religiously. Another timeout.
On the replay, 3:49 left in the game. Redeemer on that one from Colin Cook extends their lead to 4. We'll be right back. Well, the Crazies have something to cheer about. We're going to take a look at that last shot. Coach Bucci wants to break it down.
They purposely subbed for Colin Cook to get a 3 with Prochak out of the game. They ran a little high screen roll, and Colin Cook steps up. The guy helps on the roll. He's wide open for a 3. That's a nice set at Coach Guido.
Does Berwick have another run in them? Down by 4. Very low scoring game here in the Wyoming Valley. Beckhorn trying to get a screen.
He has good ball fakes. He gets guys to move.
He's so patient.
Yep.
Very patient.
Yep.
They're within 2.
If you notice, he has a great base when he shoots.
Yep. Always on balance.
Yep.
10 points
Oh,
for
nice
Berwick with the
steal.
steal. For the tie. He's got
Nice.
it. We're tied here.
Good play.
Coach Kingery wants ball pressure, but they're not getting up.
They're not getting up.
He told me that before the game. He
Don't
wanted
reach.
ball
Yeah, you
pressure.
don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Good switch out, though. Good switch out. Marshman realizes it. They switch out of it. Jurowski may get that moving screen. He hips as he goes, as he drops. How long does Prochak stay on the bench? That's a question here. He's been out for a few minutes now. There's the hell. Oh, good defense.
Norse with the 3 fouls.
Oh, wide
4-0
open.
run from Berwick. Take back the lead.
Nice fake. Oh, he's got to shoot
that.
himself.
Oh.
All right, got away with it.
6-0 run. Berwick surges ahead. With Nick Prochak on the bench, now at the scorer's table, ready to get in. Coach Kingery trying to get his team.
The key is they got Beckhorn involved with the ball in his hands. You don't want to commit a foul now if you're Berwick, unless it's in the post. You don't want to commit a foul on a guard.
As you said.
No, we did get a foul.
Yep.
You don't want to do that, because that puts them one more closer to the bonus.
It's Evans, I think.
Especially if you have a lead, you don't want to commit that foul.
Exactly.
You just want to buckle down, bear down, play some good defense, get after it.
If you're beating the post, it's a different story.
Right.
Nick Prochak has not scored in the second half. Barely touched the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He had 8 in the first. He was the leading
But
scorer.
again, in their defense, Tarosky was there, and Tarosky did score. So I mean, sometimes you got to give stuff, take stuff. Interesting sub here. I wonder how long
Here's
he
a pop
keeps
for Prochak.
Evans out.
High-low.
Tarosky.
No, they have Tarosky now. They're not even guarding him on the perimeter.
Here's Cook against Marshman. 2 minutes left in the game here at Holy Redeemer.
Shot.
He can shoot it, and he just can't make it.
Yep.
Hit 0 for 2 tonight from behind the arc.
That's going to be the Achilles heels for Redeemer, I think, going into the districts and the rest of the league play, finding a consistent outside three-point shooter.
Berwick trying to make it 2 in a row after beating Lake Leanan the other night.
They got to count. They went into the triangle early here. I don't know if they're trying to kill clock or they're going to go into an offense.
Well, Holy Redeemer needs 5 fouls before they go to the 1-on-1. They've committed just 2 this half.
Good save.
Oh.
On the floor, no whistle. Everybody gets up for the tie or the lead. Cook to the rim. He gets fouled.
With a foul.
Colin Cook, the junior.
Great second half.
I like the fact that the officials let the kids play hard down there in the corner, going after a loose ball and not blowing the whistle.
Nice drive. Good left hand. Good pull up.
He's carried this game tonight, 18 points so far.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's been their guy.
Makes the first. 1:03 left. Again, though, what about the foul situation for Holy Redeemer?
But you got to be aggressive if you're Holy Redeemer. Now they went small. They take Tarosky out of the game, and they put in number 13. I don't see him on our roster list here.
Who?
Booth for defense. It looks like. How many timeouts does Redeemer have?
At Anisio. Well, I think they have 1 left.
Is it a full or? It's a full.
It's a full. We're staying.
Oh,
Full time.
staying. Okay.
K. Andrew Kettle, one more time to pitch. Coaches versus Cancer coming up. First, we'll start with the hoopla.
Yeah, our hoopla is Saturday, January 27th at 7 o'clock. It's presented by the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, and they're hosting the event at PNC Field, inside PNC Field, where it's nice and warm
Is that gonna
upstairs.
be outside?
We're not going to be outside, although people do ask. We'll be inside, and it's a great night for everyone to come out and celebrate a week of raising awareness and funds for the fight against cancer.
Will Bobby Mills be slinging the drinks?
I hope so. I hope Mr.
or
Mills
cooking
is
the
there.
food. Or cooking the food.
I'm sure he'll be there.
What's he going to be doing?
Entertainment is by the band Lightweight,
Okay.
who is volunteering their time that night to entertain us for the cause. So we appreciate them being on board. And it's always a fun night. So we hope that everyone can come out and join us.
Come out the whole week, too, starting January 22nd.
Yeah, you know, getting out to the games and watching how the student athletes get behind this cause, and the coaches and the officials and the student bodies, it's really something special, and especially the fact that this year is our 10th year. So we appreciate all the support and look forward to a great week of basketball here in District 2.
Full court pickup by Berwick. Ball's not even played yet, and the guys are going at it. Coach Mike Amory's telling them to relax. Now the ball's in play. They're going to clear it out. Let them bring it.
Watch the double.
Do you try to hold it for the last, or do you run offense? I think if you get under 30, you might go for the last. They're just going weave with their guards.
Under 45 to play, tied at 40.
They always have an outlet because Prochak's on the floor. Oh, nice flare.
Beckhorn for the lead.
Yeah, he wasn't on balance. I don't think that's a shot. Now we got over the back, which is going to be bonus now.
Yep. It puts Redeemer on the line. And then that was Norse, too.
Right. So that foul over there becomes big. The one they wasted, now it's 1-1.
So going to the line, Tucker L. 75% free throw shooter on the year.
I think the one thing that, and we've tried to run some flare screen action, the one thing you have to make a good pass on the flare screen. And I think that's why Beckhorn was off balance on his shot.
Yeah,
he had to reach back for his pass.
But he's got to know enough that if I'm off balance, I'm going to
Don't
rip it
shoot
and go.
it.
I'm going to rip and go.
Right.
Because he has the ability to rip and go.
Yeah, he sure does. And hit that pull up or go to the rim.
That's what I mean. So
big one for L now. L is senior. Been part of this before. Easily makes it. Let's see if Coach Kingery wants to call timeout.
No, he's going to play. He's a play guy. He knows what they're going to run. He's got something. They're running their up, which is going to be that elevator stagger double. He wants it. They're not getting into it quick enough for him. Here it comes.
I like this because
they're going to run it for Marco, and he's going to be open.
Yep.
Because the guy flayed.
Marco downtown.
Got it. Great shot. Great play.
Timeout, Holy Redeemer.
You knew that was coming, and the defender came in inside, so he flared. And you talked about it earlier, Andrew. The ball was right on his hands. The ball was right on his hands where he could just elevate and shoot. Here it comes. There it is. The ball's on his hands. There it is. Again, great cut, great read, great play.
The 6-foot junior gives the Bulldogs the lead. His second three on the night. He has 18 on the year. And now we go into the timeout, 10 seconds left.
If you're playing Berwick, that's their go-to play. They are going to run that. They're going to run that.
Yep.
Here it is again. There it is. See that little flare? He rather than coming up high, he fades. Good pass. Was it Beckworth that made the pass?
Yes.
He does good things. Here it is.
And good passes make good shooters great shooters.
Yep.
If you can get a guy when he's balanced and hit him in the pocket, it makes a good shooter a great shooter.
Right. So now if you're Berwick, you're up 1 with 10.3. You can't foul because it's bonus. Okay. So what's going on in the huddle for Holy Redeemer is they're deciding who's going to take this last shot. It's going to come down to Prochak or Cook because Cook has had such a tremendous second half. So when you're Berwick, you're trying to design a defense that is going to know who they're guarding, who they're going to give the shot up to. If you're Redeemer, if you have any kind of offense where you could put Cook and Prochak into a screen roll type action, make a decision, Berwick's going to extend the floor now to try to run some clock. He's going to take another timeout. Good timeout by Coach Kingery. He had, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. This is why you have good assistant coaches.
We're going to take a look what's ahead for both teams, Coach.
Okay.
And then we'll get back to you. So Berwick coming up. Tomorrow night they'll play. They'll play against Northwest, Valley West in there. And Hazelton's going to be a tough game along with Dallas. For Holy Redeemer, they're getting Wyoming area coming up on Saturday, I believe. And then they play Seminary on the 19th.
Right.
And rest of the way pretty easy. So that's what's coming up for both teams. What's coming up right now on the floor?
Well, he had his assistant coach standing on the second row diagramming what set they were in. So when they go in the huddle, if they had a scouting report and they've seen this before, they can talk about what they're going to do against the full court pressure. So, again, any good coach has great assistant coaches. And Andrew, I was at your game the other night. That's the one comment I made is that your assistant coaches were so into the game and it allowed you to coach the game and they help you manage the game.
Absolutely.
And Coach Kingery's guys do a great job. So it looks like they were up before, closer to a man-to-man. It seems like they might be in some kind of diamond press now or they're just matching and they're off the ball. That's what they're man-to-man, but they're off the ball.
Switch everything here?
Yep,
No?
there it is.
Here we go.
So
down the court. Judge. Foul.
That was too easy.
6 seconds left. Judge to the line.
And the biggest problem, that's the 5th on Joe Norse.
It is. Here we go.
Yeah. And, you know, the thing is, he let the ball get up to the rim. If you're going to foul, you can't let it get to the rim.
Foul early.
Yep. Now we got a 30-second, you know, for the sub, for the foul out. 30 seconds on the clock. Coach Guido's.
So our first game of the season, it's been a good one. So what's ahead here on WQMY? We'll be back at Bucknell for our 3rd game of the season. They take on Holy Cross. That's January 20th. And then as we talked about, Scranton Valley View for Coaches versus Cancer on the 26th. And then we'll have the pink game, Abington Heights, North Pocono. That's coming up on February 1st. That's what's ahead here on WQMY. What's ahead here is to the line, Joey Judge to shoot 2.
See, that's why you got to foul early. It's 1-1 then. You got to force to make the first one. You know, the first one's easy now because you know you have one coming behind you.
Right.
So, hey, but 6.2 seconds is a ton of time.
Missed it.
Missed it.
We're tied.
Backcourt's just got to bring it right up the center. Oh, he kicks it.
Markle to the hole against
Nice
Prochak.
step through.
Oh, good.
Missed it.
That will do it. We're going to overtime.
Yep.
He made the right play.
Oh, he
great
made a
step
great play.
We'll stay right here. We'll take a look at that sequence, but we got bonus basketball here on my TV. So, Coach Kingery.
He did a great job there. Here comes the miss. Backcourt brings it, kicks it ahead to Markle. He makes a great step through. I think the question was, did he need to go inside hand? Or he might have said it was fouled. He might have said it was fouled. I don't know if we can run that again. He might have felt he was fouled. Here he comes. Look at Prochak and see if he gets his right hand in there on him. Oh, yeah. Really close.
Well, you like the no whistle at the end?
I think a foul is a foul is a foul, no matter how much
That's a
time's
code,
on the
yeah.
clock. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I love when the guys say, well, I'm not going to make that decision. Well, you're getting paid to make that decision. You're getting paid to decide that. If it's a foul, call it. And again, here's the other thing. If it was a foul in the first minute, guess what?
It's a foul.
It's a
in
foul.
Foul
now.
in the last.
Yep.
Right.
You know, I think that's just I don't want to say it's a cop out, but you know, when guys say I'm not gonna decide the game that way, well, you decided the game in the first quarter that way,
Right.
so why wouldn't we decide it now? Backcourt stretching out. I'm worried about the fatigue for Berwick, and the other thing is the core kid fouled out, Andrew.
Yep.
So it really takes away their post defender. So it's going to be interesting to see how they defend the post, and if you're Paul Guido, do you make a conscious effort now to get the ball back inside?
I would think so. I was impressed with 22. I'm not sure of his name from Berwick off the bench.
Evans.
Did a nice job with his length.
Right.
In the post in the second half.
Right. Now this is interesting. Prochak is actually jumping. He didn't jump the opening ball, but he jumped the overtime.
4 minutes in overtime, tied at 43 here at Holy Redeemer.
And
Bye-bye, John
Churaski's on the
Bucci.
bench. We got a little high screen roll action. Judge right to the rim. And he finishes. No
That
hedge.
one went in.
Yeah, no hedge there. No hedge. And no hedge, no help.
And he was going downhill.
This is Marshman. Couple threes in this game. Back and forth. We have gone. Holy Redeemer led most of the first half before Berwick poured it on in the third. Back inside.
Good save there.
Both teams get an extra timeout in the extra period.
12 has been the defensive stopper for Holy Redeemer.
Tucker L. He's played
Tucker
well.
L. And he made those two big foul shots.
Beckhorn trying to get a screen.
I don't know if that's the shot you want.
So Redeemer now with time
Didn't
under
seem
three.
like it was in the offense.
Joey Judge with the only basket here in overtime. L. Prochak, no
How's
whistle.
that not a charge?
Jump ball
Good
is
call.
the call.
Berwick.
Berwick ball.
I thought we had a
Backcourt's
charge
trying to
too.
stretch out. I think he's cramping up. I'm surprised.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's got to be a charge.
Oh, yeah.
He went right into his chest. That's good defense by Evan. That's a good call, Coach. He's a good defender.
Yep.
He's done nice things for them at the defensive end, and he's not very big.
Comes Berwick back now, trailing by 2.
I think they got to go to that up again.
Why not?
I think they're just running through it, and they're going to, at some point, get back into it. See how they move? They're constantly moving. There it is. Drive, pitch.
For 3.
There
Got
it
it.
is. He does such a great job
Great
initiating
pass.
the offense.
Ken
pass.
Marshman, 3 threes on the night. 1-point lead for the Bulldogs.
You talk about everyone, but Damon Beckhorn has definitely influenced this game in so many ways. But that's got to be better defense.
Judge
here.
again, easy.
That's twice.
They're not hedging on the ball screen at all.
Coach Kingery is not happy with their defense right now. Nice finish.
save.
Markle.
Nobody stepping to help. Fatigue, I think, is setting in, guys. Guys are not rotating as they were earlier. I think fatigue is being set in. High screen again. Somebody's got to step in there. Good job. The offense heated up in overtime.
And
And
Judge
that's that
is heated
screen
up.
I'm talking about. That Coach Kingery wants an offensive foul on that. The guy can't turn and pin the guy.
Judge with a couple buckets, giving the Royals a 1-point lead. Marco on the other end has 14 tonight. He played very well, number 10.
Yep.
Just a junior. Under a minute here in overtime.
Is there upcoming? Yep. Oh, no, corner. Oh, good read by L.
Nice defense.
There is a foul.
It's not even close to bonus. It's
No.
9-3.
So if
And Coach Kingery's definitely making a point to tell the referee that's right in front of him.
Nice
There's
D.
the corner drive.
Shot the gap.
Yep, that's a foul.
again,
I mean, that's easy.
just the third foul, as they mentioned.
Right. I mean, and how much more? I would use every foul.
Here's your set, Coach.
Oh, there it is. This time they run it for Beckhorn. So that's a foul. You can't run through the screen like that. That's a foul.
And Coach Kingery, 33 seconds left, calls a timeout.
As a defender, if that defensive player has that position, Coach, as an offensive player has that position on a screen, you can't run through a guy like that.
And Coach is asking them for it.
Right. It's crazy. He's done his job. He set the screen. And then you're running a play to get a shot. All right, there's the kick by Beckhorn to Marshman. And a great play. Here's the drive. No help, right to the front of the rim. Someone's got to step in there. So it's going to be Berwick's ball on a side out with 33.3 seconds left. Do you run that up again, or do you run that little drive action here they had for the three-point shot last time for Marshman, Coach?
Yeah, they could. I mean, they've been getting a lot on that flare screen as well.
Right.
So if they make a good pass on that flare,
That's
you
the
might
thing
have.
about his offense. He runs. There's so much motion and action, but he always gets to the same thing: either that
Right.
flare, that up,
that-
the
right.
drive and pitch. So he can get into it a lot of different ways.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with the up. I'm going to take that back. I'm going with the flare screen.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm going to
that's
go with
it.
the flare screen for Markle. That's what they're going to run.
And who knows? He might have a
He might have a
sideline-
drive and rip, or he might
Yeah,
have a sideline. You're
sideline
right. He
play.
might have a sideline action.
Nope.
Of course, everyone's yelling backcourt behind us. I don't know the rules.
Nope. Under 25 to play in overtime.
I'm surprised. There it is. Oh, they can put him in a mismatch.
17.
Double team in the corner.
Timeout.
Timeout called by the coach is Berwick's last timeout of
He's
this
just
game.
taking the jump shot. I don't know why they didn't take the jump shot there. They got what they wanted, right?
Yeah. And Prochek was guarding. They switched.
Yeah,
Prochek was on the ball.
yeah. But then he drove into him.
Right.
I just think he should have
Should
just
have
taken
shot the jumper.
So it's been the Colin Cook show in the second half for Holy Redeemer, and on the other side, Alec Markle
Yeah.
for Berwick.
All right, here's my question, guys. There's 14.6 left. They have 4 fouls to give. Do you instruct the guy from Berwick holds the ball for 3 seconds or take 2 dribbles, you foul right away. Foul the guy with the ball. Now you're down to like 11 or 10 seconds.
I use time.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't know what's going through their head. I don't know if he's worried about going to the second overtime, then you're putting him in the bonus. But you've played 19 minutes and 45 seconds, and you've only committed 3 fouls.
Right.
So at what point do you try to run clock and foul?
Right.
You know. Now, if you're Berwick, you know they have fouls to give, so you got to initiate your offense right away, get a shot, because you want to have a chance to offense rebound or foul, because it's still a 1-possession game.
Right.
Even if they make the 2 free throws, you still have a chance with a 3 to score. You got to get a shot off within 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds.
So that you can get to the glass.
Right. And then if you don't get it, you foul right away. And then even if they make the 2, you're going to have a 3-point shot to tie the game. So you don't want to extend this more than – you don't want to get this shot off. I think you want to get the shot off the inbounds play.
Here we go, 14 seconds. Do they foul? Right now they are not.
They're playing for the
playing
win.
out. Beckcorn loses it, but he'll knocked out of bounds.
Knocked away.
As good as a foul for Redeemer.
Yep. I mean,
And use the time, right?
I'm 6 seconds off the clock.
I'd give it.
You got to go for a score now. You got to get a shot.
Markle trying to get it to the rim.
He's wide open.
Evans downtown, no good. Knocked around, and that will do it. The Royals hold on in a hard-fought battle at home. They win it 49-48 in overtime. A great job by both teams. Both teams will move on now in Wyoming Valley Conference play. In fact, Berwick turns around. They play tomorrow night at home against Northwest. Andrew, thank you. Coaches versus Cancer coming up January 22nd.
Yep. Thanks for all your support, and thanks for having me on today.
Pop, can I take this pen?
We'll talk about that after.
All right.
We don't even know if you're
Really
getting
nice.
paid at this point.
All right.
We'll take a timeout, and then we'll have our players of the game on the court when we return. Final score, Holy Redeemer 49, Berwick 48.
You're watching Wendy's High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.
Well, quite a game in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Holy Redeemer in overtime beats Berwick 49-48. Players of the game joining me right now, Colin Cook, number 33. And Colin, take me through the game. The way you guys played up and down, back and forth. You got to give Berwick a lot of credit.
Yeah, they were a very good team. You know, they played defense really well. They were scoring a ton. You know, it's just a good win. You know, on a very good team. You know.
What adjustments were made during the game, if any?
We had to really work on our offense. You know, we weren't clicking in the first half, and you know, it just something you had to keep working on, keep your heads up and everything, take good shots, stuff like that.
And how about into overtime? What do you think the difference was?
Just kept matching what they were doing. They were scoring, we were scoring back and forth, and it was just the game who get the final possession. You know, so.
After that loss to Tunkhannock, that kind of wake you guys up a little bit. Now you've won 2 in a row against 2 very good teams.
Yeah, it definitely did. You know, it was a very, very tough loss, you know, up there and everything. But I think we really started focusing in on, you know, each game at a time and everything and taking each game seriously.
This guy next to you, Joey Judge, had quite an overtime performance. Joey, will bring you in. You didn't score much in the first half. You finally in overtime got some things to go in. Were you trying to be aggressive?
I was trying to be more aggressive in the second half. I mean, first half I was just trying to get my other players to score and everything like that. You know, we just needed to score, and I thought Colin, he's playing a fabulous first half, so I just wanted to get him the ball and just let him keep working on them.
What's to say about your team?
I think our team is a very good team now because at the end, you know, we can wire it down at the end and just keep our composure and just pull out the wins.
How much does it mean to you to be defending District 2 AAA champions and trying to defend that now as you go the rest of the season and try to get back there again?
It means a lot, but when we're going to each game, we have a big target on our back and everything, so we have to keep coming for every game, take it like it's our own. It will be our last game, so just keep playing our last game, being our next game like it's our last.
Guys, thanks for a great game tonight. And you guys have Wyoming area next week, so good luck on Saturday. Okay, Coach Bucci, quite a game. You couldn't ask for a better game for both teams.
Yeah, no, it was really exciting. The marquee players took over. Judge was a little slow getting there, but in the overtime, he took over the game. Obviously, Beckhorn was very impressive, getting the ball to Markle and Marshman. So Colin Cook, superior athlete. Coaches did a great job. It was really just a great high school basketball game. I've been very fortunate. I've seen a lot of good games this year, and this has been one of them.
Both teams, though, we expect to see them in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're going to see both these teams in the districts, and you're going to see, you might see both of them at the arena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, again, you're going to see a lot of basketball out of these two teams, and again, very well coached, and I love how hard they played. I love the fact, you look at, they're in overtime, and at least 3 times guys are on the floor trying to get the ball, even playing after, 36 minutes of basketball. So, again, you got to appreciate their effort, appreciate how hard they work, and appreciate how hard they're coached.
Okay, I'll give you the pen and we'll pay you for tonight, okay?
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks.
I'm just kidding. Coach Bucci from Backcourt Hoops, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay.
I appreciate the invite.
Our next game will be January 20th as Bucknell takes on Holy Cross. You can see that right here on my TV, WQMY, starting at noon. Our next high school game will be January 26th, Coaches versus Cancer, as Scranton takes on Valley View. Final score in overtime, Holy Redeemer wins it 49-48.
You're watching Wendy's High School Hoops on MyTV WQMY.